Two, one, blast off.
Oh, I should open chat, shouldn't I? Oh my goodness.
That's
It's
fine.
been so long.
No one nice is ever in chat anyway. We probably don't need to look at it.
Okay, pop out. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Okay, everything's fine. Cool. Hey, it's us. We're live. We did it. It's our biannual podcast.
Biannual podcast, yes.
I see Smo and Hatun are here. They're mad for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why I have enemies. I don't. Everybody thinks I'm delightful, Hatun. Everyone I've ever talked to is like, that guy, pretty alright. I assume. But hey, we're live. How? It's, let's see. It's me, Grayson, and Zaiga's here today. How are you doing, Zaiga?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty okay.
Pretty okay. Pretty good.
Yeah, things have been okay except for our wild and wonderful weather we're having of late.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, like today especially.
Yeah, that what was that like a couple hours ago? Like, what was that?
I don't even know. So I'm like just sitting at my desk, like just doing stuff, and then I start hearing this like really loud sounds coming from my door. I go look at my door, and it's like pouring rain. And it's not just rain, it's uh apparently my audio is wrong.
Yeah, sorry, I just noticed. That
You
should be
fixed it.
fine now. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
sorry about that.
Uh
Yeah, we had two Zygas for a little bit for twice the fun.
and then yeah, I went outside and looked out, and my dad was standing on the front porch, and then I like looked, and there was like mountains of hail falling down from the sky mixed with lots of rain.
Yeah, that was like I didn't even know like you could get hail in the summer. Like, I mean, it's been slightly cooler today, but like it's still like in the mid 70s. Like, have you ever seen summer hail, Zyga? That
No, I
was
have not.
that was a new one for me. Yeah, that was super cool.
Yeah, so it was that was fantastic.
Yeah, the gray not knowing how clouds work. Look, I'm pretty sure clouds aren't even real. I think it's just government planes just like dumping buckets on us occasionally to keep us suppressed.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, they're keeping us down. Smo's only seen summer hail. Well, Smo, you live in a backwards part of the world where the wrong things happen. You all in your humid environments. We live in a dadgum desert. It's not supposed to have 40% humidity in a desert. What is this lately?
Yeah, and then the other day at work when it was raining as well, like 2 days ago, I'm like sitting there at work. It's like so murky outside. It looks like green, and then there's so much rain, and then it starts to get so humid inside the airport, and I'm like, oh my
Oof.
god, I could like
It's the
breathe
worst.
in. This is like Japan all over again.
It's it's not right. It's not okay for Utah. Can't do this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm used to like walking outside and like feeling all of my skin just immediately crack from the dryness. Now I walk outside and it's all just like wet. No good.
Well, how
But
have you been? How have you been yourself, apart from
uh,
weather?
I'm doing pretty all right. I think I kind of talked about it a little bit before we started, but my my work has been kind of slow lately. And since my job is mostly like kind of like job like I mean, I do like work like a 40 hours a week, but like it's normally like a job to job thing. but like we had like a lot less calls at work lately, and so
Yeah.
I've kind of had like a lot of early days, like half days. I took time off last week. I don't even know if I mentioned it. Like I was like sick last week for a little bit, like midway through the week.
Oh, really?
I breathed in a bunch of death molds, and it turns out that the human body hates that when you do that. And so I was sick for a while.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, I was cleaning up like a flood disaster. That was like it had been like inside their walls for like a while, and I opened it up and got a big old cloud of goodness in me. So that was not great. Um, yeah, but yeah, just generally it's just been like just a lot less going on. So I kind of had more free time.
Yeah.
Been kind of weird, not used to it. Utah's a real place. 48th. We're not even, not even dead last for making it into the Union.
The Union?
Yeah, you know.
What does that even mean? The Union?
The when we all banded together against those dirty Brits or whatever.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Utah wasn't even a thing back then, but
No, we were providing emotional support way in the back.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
Oh
so
man,
I'm
but
yeah
yeah, like that's crazy that you have like,
yeah
oh my
it's
gosh,
weird. I think like in the 10 years I've worked for this company, like it's never been this slow for like for an extended period of time like this. It's really odd.
Yeah, that is really odd.
But I don't know. I mean, I guess if it continues to be that slow for like another month or more, then I might start being a bit more worried. But at this point, it's just kind of like it's just like weird and also kind of nice to have extra time.
Yeah,
And luckily, like I'm not relying on every single dollar of pay. It's like I'm doing okay on that, but
that's good. That's good.
no OSHA violations here. Can't prove nothing. I may have been dangling off a roof today. You don't know. We probably were supposed to have straps. It was pretty steep, but it was fine. Then it started raining while we were on the roof. That was not okay, actually. But that was the one job we had earlier today,
Oh wow.
fixing some rain gutters. We're like, it'll be fine. It's not supposed to rain till 3 today. And
It
then just
starts to rain earlier.
the heavens just opened. And we're like, crap.
It's your bad luck at it again.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my life of late. But this isn't about real life, this podcast.
Oh yeah, it's about anime, the stuff that we're like totally watching.
Oh man, we addicts really. If you think when you think about it,
Yep,
um,
complete addicts.
just uncontrollable binge anime watching over here. Which really,
Uh, yeah. Before we talk about that, I'm just gonna say I've only watched one show this season, and I didn't watch like any shows last season.
gasp.
Okay, so yeah,
Our anime
that's
podcast.
literally the most anime that I watched was actually last week.
Man,
Um, and I watched like 6 episodes of Kaiju number 8, and then I watched caught up with Spice and Wolf, and then watched that Alia hides her feelings in Russian or whatever.
oh
That's
sure,
all I did. That's all I did.
man, disappointed in you. We are all disappointed in you, Zaiga.
Yeah, apparently there's been some good like romance anime, and I really like that stuff. But you
Yeah, they're
know,
calling it the summer of love.
yeah. But I just can't. I can't like I don't know what's the word, care enough. I don't know.
Your cold, cynical heart rejects such human emotion, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Dude,
Oh,
so
and I do want to talk about one thing before we start. Okay,
okay, sure thing. No
I
problem.
I, I just want to like complain. I know that like
What?
some people in this chat may like extremely disagree with me, but
Mm-hmm.
man, I suffered. I like was bleeding through every pore in my body
That's not good for
trying
you.
trying to finish the MSQ for Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail. Okay. I was struggling.
It's
I
just
was
that good, huh?
struggling. I was struggling so much that I was skipping cutscenes. Okay. It was, and even in the last zone, I was skipping cutscenes. Okay. When I was like not having it. I was like, this is the most boring thing I've ever played in my entire life. I played every single expansion. It's never felt like this ever. And I just couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it.
Gasp.
And it honestly like what and it, like the final fight, it was like fantastic. But
Mm-hmm.
then the ending of the final fight like ruined the entire story for me. It ruined
Wow.
everything. It ruined everything. It was like I got up and then I walked away for a second and then came back and then finished the fight.
Yeah. It was just that exciting for you, huh?
No, I was just baffled by like how bad storytelling it is. Like the entire expansion. There was only one part of it. There was only one part of it that was really good. And it was like I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it was kind of like near the end, but before the final zone. It was like before the final zone. It was the zone before the final zone. That
Mm-hmm.
was when everything was good, and I was like, all right, this is pretty good. And then
They're
once,
gonna save it.
yeah, and then like I was like, hey, everything's getting better. It's getting better. But man, the final zone just oh, it just made me angry. It just made me so angry.
Yeah.
Like
Sounds a lot
I
like
would yeah, like I would never think that I would like skip cutscenes in like the final part of the expansion, but I just did. I just did.
man. Blasphemy.
Yeah. And I was so glad it was over that it was like a weight like lifted off my shoulders because it was like 2 weeks of nonstop doing the MSQ and I could only play 2 times a week. So
Hmm.
um the first 2 days were all right. I mean, it was really bad. It was really bad. And then the next two the next week, next 2 days was better. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I don't know why I'm feeling this way because I like really like the story in Final Fantasy, but I just couldn't stand it this time around.
Hmm.
It was awful, and it was just as bad as the post Endwalker stuff. It
Hmm.
felt like the exact same. It felt like
Interesting.
to make an analogy, I would consider it basically the Bount filler arc of Final Fantasy. That's what it
That's
felt like to me.
that's pretty harsh, my dude.
That's
That's
actually what it felt like.
that's
It
so
felt like the Bount filler arc.
wow.
Yep. And yeah, and I'll say that the gameplay is a lot better. The gameplay is a lot better this time around. This expansion, it's a lot more. I wouldn't call it challenging, but more less brain dead. That's the that's the correct term.
Okay. Like you have to be
Um,
like, pretty actively engaged in
yeah,
whatever's happening.
and Walker, you could like disengage your brain like 95% of like every single dungeon. Like for me, even as a healer, I could just like stand in every single AoE and be fine. I could miss mechanics and still be fine. I could get like 5 vulns and still be fine.
Hmm.
Whereas this one, if you get like a vuln, you're like pretty much gone for on the next hit sometimes.
Hmm.
Which is nice. Which is nice.
Sure.
I like the direction of classes. In some ways, the healers got a tad bit better, a tad bit better. Astrologian got a lot better, but not to the place that I like it.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know. It's it. I understand how it's been getting a lot of mixed reviews, and I could totally see why that I'm like not alone in how it's been laid out so far. But man, I actually like a couple days ago un, I uninstalled the game
Gasp.
and I was going to unsub to. But
Gasp.
then a couple days later, um I was like, oh, I kind of need to get back to the game because I want something to play in the background that will just earn money doing crafting and stuff like that, and just care about crafting
Sure.
while I like watch anime on the side.
Very fair.
So so yeah, I'm still playing, but I was just like I've never been more upset.
Yeah.
There was just a lot of moments in the MSQ that just really didn't sit well with me. And I'm glad I'm not alone because like a lot of like videos that I've been watching on like reviews and stuff have been harping on the same things that I've been thinking of.
Hmm.
But it's and it doesn't feel like it was promised what they promised at all. I'm sorry, I'm going on a long time here, just going on and on. But
It's all
they
good.
they like promised like the start of like a new arc, like
Sure.
a new age or like a new like story arc, but it didn't feel like that at all. I mean, there's
Hmm.
only like one thing, like one MacGuffin that they introduced that could play a part in like the next story. But I felt like A Realm Reborn did it so much better. A Realm Reborn like really set up the world really well.
It was a
Whereas this one,
pretty. It was the best expansion.
it didn't feel like it was as good as A Realm Reborn. That's why it's my
Hmm.
least favorite expansion.
Oh, I'm so
But
so excited to get to it. Then
anyway,
Tune's right. Maybe I'll like it then.
yep. Since you don't like Shadowbringers, you probably like it.
Like, because like everything you're just like everything like you just said like in a very non-specific way like is kind of exactly how I feel about Shadowbringers. Like, it had a
Like a
really there's a really good section for a minute there, but then it's just like this whole end area has been this downhill for me. But
actually, let me rephrase this. I think that the new expansion of 14 feels like fairy tale in a
hmm,
nutshell.
okay, that's fascinating comparison.
Yeah, fairy tale. Like
I don't know how I feel about that. That's
yeah.
interesting.
See
I mean, I don't
like
hate fairy tale, but it's not.
like it just feels very like fairy tale to me is very like friendship and happiness saves the day all the time. You know what I
Sure.
mean, right? You have you watched?
Yeah, yeah. I watched a lot of. I mean, not a lot. I got like maybe 20, 30 episodes in before I kind of was like, I get it. Like,
Yeah, yeah. It it feels like that. It feels like how I felt during Fairy Tale, and yeah. Anyway, I don't want to go harp on and on because I don't want to bring anyone down. I know some people like it, some people don't. I don't want to sound like I'm completely hating on the game because I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's just I prefer the direction to be in a different way.
Sure,
But
sure.
that's just me. And I'm still gonna play um casually, become like a crafter main once again, earn back my money
Sure,
because
sure.
I spent like 70 million
Oh,
on someone redesigning my house.
wow.
Yeah,
Was it worth it?
got I got into a Discord that was like it's like a housing Discord, and they like there's like certain designers that like are for hire there, and I was like searching through, seeing their cards and stuff like that, and I was like, because I knew I was never going to have the time to fix up my house because I have a large mansion in Ishgard, and it literally just been sitting there, um, doing nothing, like empty. So this girl messaged me when I put up my information, looked through her stuff, looked good. She came over and like did it in a couple days. I wasn't even there to look at the progress because I was at work.
Sure.
But when it was done, she was like, "All right, it's done," and I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll look at it on my day off in a couple days and let you know." She was like, "All right." And I did my on my day off, like a couple days later. I was like, "All right, it looks really good." So yeah,
Cool.
I know I
Fun
gave you a
stuff.
I know I gave you a teleport to it, so you should look
Oh,
at
you
it.
did, huh? Maybe one day I'll play Final Fantasy 14 again and check it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Um oh yeah, about that Hitoon. Yeah. I skipped the raid story.
What?
Yeah, I did.
The raids are almost always a better story than the main game, though.
It is true. That is true. But
Almost always.
I was like just so upset after the end of Tell trailer. I was just like, I just want to get to the raid and finish it and be done. I agree with you that the mechs are good in the raid. All of them except for three are fun to me.
Yeah.
Three feels a little boring, but one, two, and four are great.
What's up with this, by the way? Like, Zaiga's saying all these negative things, and Hatoon is like, oh no, that's understandable, good opinion, very informative. Whenever I say things that are negative, I just get hated on by everyone. What is this? How dare
It's because you're the
Zyga can
streamer.
come?
It's
Zyga
because
can
you're the
come in.
streamer. You're the
Yes,
streamer.
is that what it is? Don't seem very fair. But
I feel like I could explain a bit more why I don't like it, but there's like lots of spoilers. And I'm like trying to like avoid spoilers as much as I can for this guy here. I
I'll
just don't want
I'll
to.
I'll finish the game next year. I'll get there.
No, I don't think you ever will.
Really might not. Like I'm hard struggling on Shadowbringers, but
See,
I'll get through it. I got to see the story to the end at this point. I need to feel justified.
you want to prove everyone wrong.
Yeah, I need everyone I need to have like receipts for why Emmett's the worst character ever. So I gotta play through the whole thing, and
I can't believe you're saying that. I can't believe you're
my
saying
my 4 hour YouTube diatribe video where I
that. Dude,
dissect.
that would get downvoted so hard. You should do it.
Gonna fight everyone and anyone.
An edited video about why MXL is the worst character ever, and then watch the downvotes come.
Yeah,
It'll bring a lot of traction. It'll probably
yeah.
even go viral.
I'll get exactly 1 minute of watch time because people only click on it long enough to downvote it and leave.
Yep.
But it'll be worth it.
Yeah.
Um, Equine Empire says, hello. Hello, Equine Empire. And G-Source says, spoilers, this fantasy isn't the final one. Is that what happens in Dantra? Was it not the final fantasy in Endwalker?
I feel like the game would have been so much better if it just ended in Underwalker. I didn't continue it.
I mean,
Because it
that's
was
the
like,
mistake that every show makes, right? They always go for one more
yeah,
season.
yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like they're just doing this for one more season. And yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't know.
I get it because it's like, I mean, they really may have planned for Endwalker to be the end from the beginning, but then like once it started like really picking up popularity, I imagine
Yeah,
they started scrambling for like other ideas. Like, oh, what can we do after like this expansion? Then like, even if they've been like scrambling for ideas since like 4 or 5 years ago when they first started thinking about it, like
yeah.
it's hard to, I don't know. Sandra says, "Hey, Gray." Oh, hey, Sandra. Yeah, I remember you from a Sunday. You stopped by to watch for Bo, and now we're talking apparently Final Fantasy 14, and then
Oh yeah,
anime.
yes, yeah. Sorry, I derailed the conversation so much.
It's all good. Zaiga had was feeling ways about stuff,
But
and
yeah,
I agree in a vague sense, but
that was just like my situation with kind of like why I haven't been watching any anime because I spent so much time trying to do the MSQ. Didn't
wow,
really have any time for anything else.
it was so bad it killed your desire for any happiness.
It honestly did.
That is
It
unfortunate.
actually ruined my opinion on a lot of things.
Wow.
Like killed my enjoyment in video games. Really.
Just everything's ruined.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So,
I'm just
just
kidding.
retroactively
I'm just
destroyed
kidding.
everything.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. But yeah,
Well,
anyway, anime from this season.
oh man, anime happened. It's happening actually. I guess we're only midway through the season.
Did you catch up with Spice and Wolf?
I haven't. I probably will start watching it soon now that there's like enough of it out. So I want to be able to binge that one because I like Spice and Wolf.
Yeah.
It says, oh, no internet for Equine. No good. Games are proven to improve your chance of being isekais. I mean, honestly, that's true. We'll get into that for when we talk about animes. Um, but no, yeah. So how have you been liking Spice and Wolf, by the way?
Uh, it's great, but it's just literally a copy paste of the original series. Like nothing new. Not even fast paced. It's not even like a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood situation where it's like sort of sped up, or Fruits
Hmm.
Basket situation where they animate everything. It's just like it's literally been the same every single episode to the original series. And I'm like the original, and I'm like thinking back at it, the original series aged pretty well. It's still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Um,
that was never the problem. Like
yeah,
they just stopped was the problem.
yeah, exactly. That was
Like,
the hardest thing. So I don't know. But yeah, Spice and Wolf is has been pretty good. I've enjoyed it. It feels like a rewatch of the original series, but in a different animation style, I guess.
yeah,
Um,
fair enough.
and I just can't wait till they do newer material so I could actually like be excited. But there isn't too much new material out right now, so hopefully soon.
That's fair. Well, it sounds like they're actually gonna go past and potentially finish the series, and
I'm hoping they
oh,
announce like a season 2 or something.
right.
Um,
I
because
bet
like
it
they should.
will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it will too. I think it will. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be so pissed. Having like
I
only
mean,
like one new arc animated.
that would be I mean, with how popular Spice and Wolf is, I would be shocked if they didn't, because like this is like kind of reintroducing the series, like essentially a new generation of people at this point, because it's been like
Yeah,
15 years since the last series.
something like that. I think it was I want to say 2009 or 2008.
Yeah, so I mean, hopefully it's like a brand new generation of people getting into the content. I mean, they can sell a million light novels. You know,
You should see some of the reviews of people going like, whenever they talk about finance, it kills the show. I'm like, come on, come
whole.
on. That's like the whole plot, and that's like the best part.
I mean, the
What do
whole
you
point of the
mean?
show is the guy wanted to make a show about like medieval economics, and then he
Yeah.
stuck a cute wolf girl on the front just to trick people, like
Oh yeah.
essentially. But I mean, it
So good.
works.
Speaking of cute girls, though, side note,
Besides,
Nagatoro ended.
oh,
I
it's
sent you a picture of
true.
that. I sent you a
Yeah,
picture of that.
yeah, you were
Oh
crying.
my
I remember.
gosh. Yes. I like ordered the final volume and then it came to my house and then I looked at it and I like almost shed a tear. I was like, it's
Yeah,
over. And I haven't even read this volume and I haven't even read a couple other ones. But I
right,
felt it. But I felt it.
man. I wonder if they're gonna get together in the end. It's such a mystery.
At my new apartment, I'm gonna have like a Nagatoro shrine.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good show, I guess.
Well, it's starring you, so
Hey,
because you're the main
look,
character of it. You're the senpai.
I'm gonna. I look. I disagree firmly.
No, everyone agrees. Everyone agrees. Everyone like
Right
look
here.
look at
Let
it.
me
Look at the picture. He
look.
also acts like him too, you know.
Completely different. Look at this.
No,
Like
it's the
different,
same.
different
Exact
universes.
same. Exact same.
Like, hold on. Here, let me do a side by side so we can really look at that. Look at
Same
that dumb
person.
face the guy has. The dumb
It's
glasses,
yeah,
messy hair.
dumb glasses, messy hair. It's the exact same thing.
Look at that
Same
nerd. It's
person.
impossible. I'm way too cool.
No. Like look at the other pictures. Click on the other pictures. And scroll through those, okay? Look at that.
It's
Look at that.
completely different.
No, it's the exact same. It's the exact same.
I feel like I should actually probably mention this point. Like, my model was made before the show came out, so legally speaking, no infringement happened. I'm pretty sure.
And if you
Jeepers.
look at the picture and then imagine him crying about Emmett Silk, it like totally fits.
He probably would complain about it, fighting all of you. You're
And
all
Nagatoro's the one that's like
uninvited.
is just freaking out and going like, "Stop, Python. Emmett Silk is a good character." And then you're like, "No,
Here,
no."
here's the problem. Then, like, if I am Naoto, then where the heck is my Nagatoro? Where's
It's
where's my
Emmett Silk.
like?
It's Emmett
No,
Silk.
I refuse. That is the forbidden ship. No.
That is the best ship right there.
So just change the hair color and boom, it's great. Quiet. It's not true.
It's
Manga's running
so
since
true.
2017. Was the manga from that far back, really? I mean, I guess it must have been a couple years ahead of the anime, but
Yeah, even anyway, I enjoyed this. That show. I hope they get some more um seasons, but I doubt there'll be any more seasons of it.
I mean,
Since
there's
the manga's over.
right. I mean, it was pretty popular. They may finish out the animation. There's
I
always
think
that
the
chance.
I think the best part for me was that I just really liked the art style of the guy who writes the manga.
No,
His art
it's
style
got
is
some
really
great.
nice.
It's got really good expressions. Like, it had a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
great memes come out of it.
Yep. And
So, I wonder if
I
they've got
do
any
like
meme
Nagatoro
pictures.
as a character. and I'll never forget the episode. I how we both felt after like the first episode,
Oh,
and
first
then
episode's rough.
yeah, I still remember we were talking about it in a podcast, and we were like, "Wow, this was like the worst first episode ever." And then it was like turned out to be one of the best shows. It was great.
It's a fun one. I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah, like the manga's pretty great too. Like, if you want more of it, like the manga, I feel is pretty solid the whole way through. Like, I mean, I haven't read the last few volumes. I'm a little bit behind, but
Yeah, same. But yeah, it's a good manga. It's a good manga. I'm glad to own all of it in Japanese.
it's a pretty good
And
choice.
to
I
have
think
it.
I've got maybe the first 6 or 7 volumes in Japanese. I stopped getting them after a bit, but
Oh, really?
yeah,
Well, anyway, um,
this is not a current airing show. So
it is not a current area show. It's a couple
Aeon
seasons
says
ago.
Ohio. Hey Aeon, how are you doing? It was 2021 apparently, so it's been a while. Not a while, but
Which one are you talking about?
Hmm?
Are you talking about Spice and Wolf or? Oh no,
Spice and Wolf
Nagatoro.
or Nagatoro.
Nagatoro. Nagatoro.
I mean, Spice and Wolf is new, technically.
Yeah.
Aeon just been doing a stream. Wow, that's
Anywho.
right. Aeon, big cool streamer now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. When Zaiga gonna be big cool streamer?
Never. Never.
You can learn how to do it from Aeon Senpai. Or is it Eon? Am I saying that wrong again? Oh no. Wait, I think I'm sorry. Anyway, I think it. I don't know. I really can't. I'm sorry. I can't ever remember. But anyway, so Spice and Wolf is pretty cool. And for that doesn't super help, but I appreciate it. Ian. Okay, that's right. Anne and Ian. That's what I always am forever ruined. Sandra playing Monster
Aeon
Hunter.
and
It's the worst. His character is Ian in 14. I think he did it just to ruin my mind. I'll never remember the difference.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what stuff were you watching? Because I know you were watching a lot more than I did, which is surprising.
Yeah, I try to make a point of having some to talk about tonight because we're talking about the season in general. So let's see. We'll start with just for you, Zyga. We'll start with a relatively normal show.
Oh wait. You saying relatively normal?
Relatively normal.
It means something nefarious. Okay.
No. This one's actually pretty wholesome, I think.
Because like your definition of like normal is like very odd and obscure.
Look, just because the rest of the world denies the beauty that is the dangers of my heart.
It's about a serial killer.
The romance of our era.
How to raise a serial killer. That's what it's called. That's
practically a modern Romeo and Juliet. It's the classic story of, she's a popular high school girl. He's a murderer in his spare time. And you know what? Love finds a way. It's beautiful. Today we're talking about Dungeon People, which is, I don't think there's romance in it.
Dungeon People.
This is it's a fun one. I think if you watched Delicious in Dungeon and you're like, I want something kind of like that again, please, you can watch Dungeon People. Essentially, it's about it's a dungeon management anime where an adventurer makes it all the way to the bottom level of a dungeon and is offered a job to become a part of the dungeon. So, and I got most of the way through the episode before I realized it's she. The main character is a girl. It's not often that anime trick me, but she. is hired on by the dungeon master to help organize the dungeon and make it extra more dangerous for future adventurers. And she's doing it because she believes that her father is lost somewhere in the dungeon and she wants to find him. So she's kind of using this as a way to to be able to further explore the dungeon and see if she can find him or at least find out what happened to him. Kind of situation. And
Okay.
it's fun. It's pretty wholesome. Like all it's got some got a lot of fun side characters and it's a pleasant show to watch. Like it's like a nice chill one.
Hmm.
So dungeon people.
Dungeon people. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, and it's pretty much a just like a lighthearted comedy, like it's kind
Yeah.
of the feel, but it's like fun. Like if you want like a nice kind of anime, you don't want to just like kind of relax and watch. Like it's fun because like they just like they're always like they spend every episode like they're kind of like building like some new mechanism or organizing things or dealing with like inter-monster problems, like interpersonal relationships that they'll have. Because they're gonna build the bestest dungeon there ever was.
Biggest dungeon there ever was.
Yeah, the Minotaur is my
Um,
favorite. He's a sweetheart. But anyway,
okay. Okay,
there you go.
that's pretty normal. That's pretty normal.
Yeah. See, I
Okay.
I watch anime that are cool sometimes. Gee, Silver, you're
Yeah, but you
correct.
keep on.
No,
Yeah, but you
no,
keep complaining
no,
about free
no.
run for some reason.
Free Ren
Makes no
is
makes no
so
sense.
mid, so incredibly mid.
How is it so incredibly mid? That makes no sense
Like
whatsoever.
I think was it Steen or Stein or whatever. Like he's the only interesting character in the show. Everyone else is so boring.
Oh my
But
goodness.
I'll finish Free Run before I really want to talk about that one, but it's not my
Well,
favorite.
I am just not surprised.
Like it's fine, but anyway. So yeah. I mean, do you want to talk about another one? Or should I talk about another one? I've got four.
How many you got?
I got four
Uh,
more I could talk about.
I guess I could talk about another one.
Sure thing.
Yeah, the Ayla hides her feelings in Russian. That one.
Yeah. What
It's
do you
pretty
think of
good.
this one? You like
It's
it?
pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Um, it's basically what the title says. She hides her
Yeah.
feelings in Russian.
No, this is definitely one of those shows that's I don't know, like the sentence of a title is pretty
What it's
on
about.
spot on. Yeah.
But the twist is that she hides her feelings in Russian, but the dude that she's hiding her feelings from understands Russian, but he won't say anything.
Yeah. It's
It's pretty weird. It's pretty weird.
yeah. I've only watched the first episode of this one, and it's definitely like it's cute and funny, but it it does stretch belief a little bit. It's like I just happened to learn Russian as a child, and so I understand everything she says
Yeah.
perfectly. It's like that's a
Exactly.
that's a heckin' coincidence, my guy. But okay,
Yeah,
like
the explanation is that he wanted to talk with this girl so much as a kid that he sped ran learning
yeah,
a language.
right, and a fairly difficult language, like by all accounts. Like
Oh
Russian's
yeah.
not an easy one.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I do want to give the show points because I feel like the really easy lazy thing would have been like she speaks English or something.
Yeah.
Like she's like half English because that's like that tends to be the trope pretty often.
Yeah.
But no, they went for Russian,
Yeah, they
and
went for Russian.
I'm reasonably sure that the Russian they speak is about as good as the English that most anime speak. I could be wrong. Like
Yeah,
it sounds okay, but I don't know.
it's basically like my guess is that it would be like what is it called, Japanglish? Whenever Japanese
Yeah,
speak English in anime, it sounds really weird. It sounds the exact same.
Yeah,
It
it
doesn't sound
sounds
like, yeah, it doesn't sound like a like Russian at all sometimes.
right. I mean, I could be like, I mean, my Russian is a little rusty myself, so I mean, I can't be sure. But that's,
Yep.
I mean, that doesn't really take away from the basic premise. But I guess like if you actually
Yeah.
speak Russian and you watch this, you might be a little confused.
Yeah. So I think it has one of the greatest like sibling relationships
Hmm.
out of like all the thing. Because him and his
Really?
sister are like you actually kind of like feel like that they're like siblings and not like she's like super attracted to him and stuff like that. You
There's not
or
like weird
y-
other stuff going on.
yeah, like you know how anime sometimes well, most of anime has that. This
Yeah,
one I
I
feel
gotta.
like it actually feels like a brother sister relationship.
Right. That's nice. I mean, that it kind of is true. Like I'm trying to think of like other.
Though
Like,
honestly I can't say because I've never had a sister, so I couldn't really say. But it
right.
feels like sibling bants,
Right.
sibling banter,
Right.
and it's nice.
That's cool. Yeah, I didn't get far enough to see that part. I'm kind of curious to see that now because I feel like the only other like decent representation I've seen in anime is oddly Bakemonogatari.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Is like, I mean, but that show is like fan service out the wazoo anyway. But like it's at least like pretty solidly like there's nothing going on weird
Yep.
with his sisters and they definitely have that
Except for
band.
that one scene.
Oh,
Except for that one
gosh,
scene. We're not going to talk about that one scene, but you
never.
know,
They can't. But 98% normal relationship in Bakemonogatari.
yeah.
But
Speaking of that, there was that is one that I'm waiting till it's over to watch
oh yeah,
because
the
the newest season of Monogatari came out.
oh wait,
Is out
really?
right now. Yeah, it is.
Wait, what? Which one's
Yeah,
that?
it's on Crunchyroll.
Well, like what's it called though?
It's called Monogatari series off season and monster season.
How did I not know about this?
It's basically the sequel to Owari, like a couple years after the events of that.
Huh?
Yep. Yeah.
That's cool. Hey, July. How did I miss this? All right, whatever.
So I'm kind of just like waiting right now till it's over to watch it because I don't want to wait for uh what do you call it? What's the word? Cliffhangers.
Oh sure.
I'm tired of cliffhangers. So
I know it's a struggle to watch weekly anime.
yep.
Like even like in a non-story heavy show, like it's like I just want to be able to finish it.
Yeah, I am so tired of cliffhangers right now. Like I think that's like the biggest reason why I'm not watching a lot of anime is because like a couple seasons ago I was like really tired of it. And then um but then yeah, I think it was with something like maybe was it oh my gosh, it's been so long. I need to check my list here.
Right.
Oh yeah, it was Free Run. It was Free Run. I hated the waiting for episodes of Free Run. So I was like,
And there's so
you
much
know what?
tension at the end of every episode.
I'm going to just wait and like a lot of the shows that I really want to watch, I'm just waiting until they're over.
That's totally like that's something I do pretty often. I try to watch a little bit just so I can be a bit more up to date with what's happening, but I definitely prefer watching it in binges. And Benji arrived just in time for Monogatari. Congrats. You did it,
Oh
Benji.
my gosh, it's the whale. The whale is here. Oh my god.
I don't even know what that means.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Well, I will presume that there is nothing ominous that the appearance of Benji portends.
But yeah,
See you later, Sandra. Thanks for stopping in. Good luck with your monster hunting.
what's another one you're watching?
Another one I'm watching. Let's see. I don't know what this one is. We'll talk about this one next. Oh, wait, it's this one. Oops. Hey, have you watched Nokotan?
Nope.
I think this is the show for you, Zaiga. Because I know how
Why do
much
you
you
say that?
love. I know how much you love cute girls doing deer things.
Doing deer things?
Yeah, you know.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
Look, it's
Deer,
just
cute girls doing deer things. What does that even mean?
no. They start a club, the Deer Club, and they do deer things. It's a pretty great show.
You know what? Anime was a mistake.
Yeah, I will say in a weird way, this show reminds me of like it's like a mix of like Asobi Asobase with like its insanity and like maybe like I mean, I've never seen it, but like the melancholy of Harumi. What is that show called? Suzumi or whatever.
Haruhi Suzumiya.
Sure, that one. I feel like it's a mix of those two
Okay.
because it's absolutely like insane, and for whatever reason, like Nokotan has like is like a godlike force upon the world. Maybe it's like Hare and Gu. I don't know, but it's a weird show, and there's a lot of deer, and I don't really know what else it's about because I feel like my brain scrubs it for me upon finishing every episode. But
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Hmm.
It's I think it's getting kind of meme popular because of how wild it is, and it's also got like a really catchy opening theme song. A lot of people really like.
Want to know
Yeah.
something sad?
Huh.
Want to know something sad?
What's up?
I don't watch opening and endings anymore.
What? Not even the first time?
Not even the first time.
Man, just not enough time in the day for a minute.
Yeah. Like every time there is one and I see on Crunchyroll that skip intro button, I have to click on the skip intro button. It's like
Oh, I forgot because
if
you
it's
watched
there,
on you watch it there. Yeah.
if it's there, I have to press it. It's like a button that you have to press, you know? You know that like red button that says do not press? You always have to press it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the same thing with the skip intro button. It's something you had to
Man,
do.
disappoint.
It's like irresistible.
I was gonna say because you didn't even mention. Did you watch the opening song for Alia, Russian?
Nope.
I was gonna say because
Nope.
that's actually a pretty good one.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Maybe
that
I'll
might have
listen
been
to it.
the best part of the show for me at least, but
Huh.
not even the first time. Says Benji. B Silver says, "Are you serious?"
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're watching a deer show.
It's
Like at
I
least
didn't.
watch what is that show called? Laid Back Camp. That was a good show. You would like that show.
That show probably doesn't have nearly enough deer. Now that my tolerances have been set so high,
No, but it has cute girls doing camping.
that's true. That could be. I mean, I do kind of want to watch it eventually. I guess in all seriousness, but just hasn't
Yeah,
happened
yeah, there's
yet.
no plot for you to worry about. Just cute girls doing camping.
Are there going to be like really boring elves that show up though to like slow down the story for no
Oh
reason?
my god. This guy. This guy. No.
That's good. That sounds like a pretty nice show then.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, so that's a show I've watched. And to be fair, I've only watched like the first few episodes. I feel like that might have been my personal limit for this one. But it is fun, I think. It's weird. It's a really odd show.
Hmm.
So there you go. Do you have any others you want to talk about, Zyger, or should I just talk about
Yeah, I do have another one. It's from last season though.
Gasp? Disrupting the natural order of things.
Yeah, I think it was from last season. It's called Kaiju number 8. It's a shonen anime.
Is that the 8th season?
Shonen Jump anime.
Oh,
Kaiju number 8. Hachiko. Yeah.
wow. It's actually fairly popular for a new show.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Hmm.
It's essentially about a world that's been overflowed with like kaiju and stuff, and there's like this group that goes around and kills stuff. And the main character, he's part of the cleanup crew, where he goes and like cleans up kaiju messes.
Hmm.
And then, but he like really wants to get into the group that goes out and kills the kaiju because his childhood friend has made a promise with her or something that they'll be
Hmm.
on the defense force together. But he got old and kind of gave up on his dream and is now just a cleanup guy. And it's about him trying to this like Kohai comes in and he's like trying to get him to go for his dream one more time. And so it's about that.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's pretty great because the main character is really funny and is really good. It's awesome seeing like an older character.
You really
For
don't see
like,
that too often, yeah.
yeah, for a main character in a Shonen Jump anime, of all things.
Yeah, that's especially like nearly unheard of, I think, for like a main character.
Yep. He's just like an older dude, just doing his own thing. And he's the worst guy out of the bunch, but like um at worst as in like weakest and stuff like that because of his age, you know.
Hmm.
But I don't think 30 is like
That's
that
that's
old.
decrepit. That's
It's not decrepit at all.
you were laying in your grave waiting for death to take you. I'm pretty sure.
It has
These
some
were
good
the
action
Sakamoto
scenes.
days. Okay. So is it kind of like a it's like a I'm trying to think, is this like Attack on Titan? Is it like Mecha? Like
It's like a kind of like Attack on Titan, I would say. It's more
okay.
along the lines of Attack on Titan.
But not
But
quite the same thing, obviously.
yeah, not as cringe inducing.
It's always nice.
And it's a lot better. So yeah, I'd recommend it to people who are interested in
An older man.
no. No.
Sure.
We're not thinking the same brain. You're trying to like finish my sentence, but it's not
I'm
working.
helping. Yeah, I'm helping.
You
Gotcha.
know you're not helping. If you enjoy what is it called? Shonen Jump anime.
Okay. Cool. Very
But
cool.
and I did watch one more. I just remembered. Oh my goodness.
Whoa, you're watching
Oh,
so many shows all of a sudden, Zyga.
but it's from last season.
What? It's not super
So
helpful for this season, but okay.
because I was like because I was thinking I was like, oh, Shonen Jump anime. Oh, what's that other Shonen Jump anime I've been watching? Oh yeah, Demon Slayer.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
Demon Slayer, the
that show
Hashira
still
training
exists.
arc. Yeah, it was
Tune, I'm the best at helping. Don't even.
it was like 7 episodes or something like that.
That's
8
really
episodes.
short. Yeah, eight episodes. That's short. What's up
Yeah,
with that?
it was pretty
Milking
much
it.
a waste of time, but you know,
Don't worry, it got a really good review anyway, because it's a Demon Slayer.
I do not understand. I do not understand. It was probably the weakest season out of all of them, but you know, it's Demon Slayer. It looks pretty.
That is one
But
thing I'll give it. They don't hold back on the animation.
yeah, that's why I'm excited for the movies for the last arc or whatever. I think it will look really pretty.
Right. It'll have like
So
some good looking fights.
yeah, and that's basically the best thing about Demon Slayer is the fights. So you're not there to watch the plot for Demon Slayer. You're there to watch the fights. So
Right.
and the animation. It's the spectacle.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's a popcorn anime, but
Yep. Exactly. It's popcorn anime.
the whole season
And
of like 6 chapters. Yeah, that sounds about right, G Silver.
yeah, that I think that was about it. I remember I read the manga at some point and it was like that.
Like other shows would make this like an episode, maybe. But
Yep.
here we are.
Anywho, sorry I cut in with two there, but
I believe you.
what's another one from you?
Here we'll do another a relatively normal. This will be our last relatively normal. Then we got two more ones that'll really knock off your socks.
Oh my goodness.
Look, a journey through another world, raising kids while adventuring. Imagine all the fun of parenthood, but in another world.
I hate.
You too can live out your wildest fantasies of
I
being a
cannot
dad.
stand children. I cannot stand children. Oh no,
Since it's
please.
Isekai Babysitter, it's even better, Hatun. This this is truly a fantasy because the kids are very well behaved and adorable, and they actually like and respect the main character. That's how you know this isn't real.
Ain't no way.
Yeah. Yeah, for supposedly like 5-year-old kids actually listening to a darn thing an adult says. But it's a fun I mean it's an isekai. So, you know, he's reincarnated. He's actually I don't know if it's the gimmick. I guess it is the gimmick. Like he himself is not terribly overpowered. Like he has abilities that he gets from isekaiing. But it's actually the kids that are like stupidly overpowered. And he has to like babysit them. So that's kind of like the gimmick of the show. It's fun. It's cute. Like it's an isekai.
Yeah.
It's another kind of it's a pretty chill one to watch. Like there is like an overarching story going on that's, you know, I'd say it's above average in that sense. Like there's some intrigue happening. There's mysteries. And
Mystery of how the kid is gonna grow up.
right, yeah, because it's a couple of twins, and part of the mystery is like where they came from, because he kind of realizes he was specifically isekai'd to like be their babysitter essentially. And so it's
So
kind of like this mystery of like what's going on there.
like
It's
like
not a
Hatun said,
harem.
like
There's zero
Hatun said,
hareming. Huh?
like Hatun said, isekai babysitter, right?
Yeah. Gray's actual fantasies. He wants to be an isekai dad. Look, just saying. I can just get some talented children that can, you know, pay for all my stuff when I'm old and retired. That's the dream, right?
Is it?
Go live in their go live in like the mother-in-law apartment attached to their mansion. It's pretty sweet. Anyway. So yeah. Anyway, it's a fun one, and I really like the fact that like it really isn't like it's actually it's quite wholesome. Like there's no weird harem stuff. There's not really like fan service or anything. Like it's just like I don't know. It's like a wholesome family isekai. It's cute. It's nice.
Okay. Yeah, wholesome anime is good.
Yeah, so it's
Uh,
like it's a rarity for isekai to have zero hareming these days. And I guess all days actually, really. But
you know what? Um, what was it? Uh, like family anime and stuff like that scarred me.
Yeah,
There's two shows that scarred me. The first one was the Usagi drop. Remember that? That was terrible.
I never
Usagi.
saw that one, so I don't.
Yeah, that's the one that was like that scarred me. Especially the manga. The manga scarred the living crap out of me. And then the second one was that one from a season ago. The My Dad Was an Adventurer or something like that.
Oh,
Or
with
wait,
S rank Musume,
yes, that one.
I
That
like
one
that
scared me too.
one. That one was fun.
No, she was too crazy.
Well, sure, but they all get a little bit wild at that age. You know,
What
they
does that even
rebel.
mean? What does that even mean?
You've clearly never. I don't know. What? How old was she? Like a teenager, I guess. I guess she was probably. She couldn't have been in her 20s yet for that. I don't know. But I presume that all girls become exactly like that at that particular age.
No way.
I'm pretty sure that show is 100% accurate.
Oh yeah, 100%, 20,000% accurate.
Yeah. Its popularity ranking is probably exactly how much percent accurate it is. So,
Okay, so you have that one, and then
yeah.
after that
Here.
one, what do you have?
Well, we got to honor the clickbait thumbnail. So,
The clickbait thumbnail. There was a
I don't know if you
clickbait
saw the
thumbnail.
YouTube thumbnail, but we got to talk
No, I
about
didn't.
plus sized elf
Oh,
because,
is this good? Is this good?
well, no, no, not really. It might, like, for as low as my expectations are, it actually might be worse.
Ain't no way. Really?
It's, well, first of all, I didn't understand exactly what I was, because the thing is, like, I read some of the manga of this, like, years ago, like, when it first came out, because, like, when you see something like this pop across, like, on Bookwalker, like, well, I gotta check this out for a second. And so I think I got, like, the first volume, and it was, you know, weird, but it was kind of funny. But like maybe I just don't remember, but like the anime goes way more intense with like the fan service aspect of the show.
Yeah.
Um, which is
Awkward.
it's awkward, yeah. It's real weird. Like it's kind of funny. Like some of the characters are kind of funny. It's real weird. I also got to say, like, I didn't expect this show to have so much like helpful advice in terms of like actual like exercise techniques. Like a random thing that'll happen in every episode is that like they'll teach you like a stay at home like workout that you yourself can do to help like
Yeah.
target like different parts of your body for like building muscle and losing fat and stuff. Like it's like weirdly helpful for that. 'Cause, like it's
Okay.
actually like pretty spot on advice.
But she doesn't do anything like that.
Right, yeah, I mean that's the gag. Well, actually, the gag is that she's really good at it, but she like yo-yos, like because I guess to explain the central gag or the central premise of the show is this is actually an isekai, you know, but essentially, like these two worlds have been connected via this gate, and so people can like go back and forth, semi freely. And the gag of the show is that like the main elf girl, she comes to Earth and becomes obsessed with like all the fatty fast food that there is, which is her undoing.
Okay.
Which I mean, in that sense, like the show's like very realistic in that like I feel like if another world ever did manage to come to our world, we would absolutely ruin them with our terrible food. That feels pretty on brand for Earth.
Honestly, true.
So in that sense, it seems pretty accurate. But the problem is that like the way that the gate works is that you have to be the exact same weight you were when you went through it. Like you can't have gained mass to bring to the other dimension, which
Okay.
sort of makes sense. Like it's like the conservation of matter, right? Like you can't add or subtract from a universe.
Okay.
Like everything's been exact. It's like it sort of makes sense, but it's also like a very convenient way for like the premise to be like she needs to lose weight to go home.
Yeah.
And so she loses weight constantly to go home, but then she'll come right back and gain it all back. So it's also about the dangers of yo-yo dieting. Ooh, spooky. And then all the other characters are kind of like having their own different struggles of various kinds, and it's weird. It's and I watched like the first like 2 episodes, and they're only like half episodes. So I essentially watched like one full episode, and I was like, I think I get it.
Huh.
But I don't know if you're like, it's like, man, I really want to watch a show. It's like, I mean, I guess like one point in the favor of this show, there's never like really like body shaming, right? Like it's definitely celebrating various body types, which I don't know if there's any other anime that can that's honestly ever done that. So good for them, I guess.
Yeah, that's at least it's something. Yeah, it's something.
Like, yeah, because there's never a thing of like there's not a single character that I've seen at this point where like they're losing weight specifically so they can like be more attractive. Like that's never like the end goal or anything. So it's always like it's purely like a health focused weight loss, or in the case of the main girl, it's like so she can like go back and see her parents occasionally.
Yeah. Huh.
But so like it's I don't know. That's why it's like such like a mixed opinion to me. Like I can't say it's really great, but like it's not as bad as you would think it would be, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I watched it for the meme, and I think I watched enough for the meme. So I was able to use the sweet thumbnail.
Yeah,
So
that's a perfect thumbnail. I just
it's
looked at it.
it's important to get those now and then.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I've got one more. Unless you've got
One
one.
more. No, I
Yeah.
don't have any more.
This one, I can't say it's normal, but it's better. So it's My Wife Has No Emotion. This has been the anime I've been looking forward to for like 5 years.
You read the manga, right?
I've read a lot of it. I haven't read the newest volume. I still need to get it. But this is one I've been like staying up with pretty regularly. And the manga is fantastic. It's super good. Like I easily would recommend the manga to like pretty much anybody that's even mildly curious. The anime is interesting. It's I mean, I guess because the premise, I think, because I've talked about the manga before, I think, but the premise is that the main character Takuma, he, this takes place like in a vague future where like it's pretty close to our level, but they also have like robots, like essentially, so it's like near future. He gets a robot housekeeper secondhand. And it's just like, it's supposed to be like a basic model. It can do like household chores and cooking and stuff like that. And because Takuma is incredibly like lonely and doesn't have much else going on in his life, he like starts falling in love with the robot. And a big like thing within the series is whether or not like it's real or it's in his mind. Like there's kind of like a subtle aspect of like I don't know what you'd call it, like not quite horror, but like it's the manga has like this like kind of like this unsettling undertone in a lot of it, but it's also kind of a comedy. And the anime is, I mean the anime kind of nails it because the anime is like uncomfortable to watch, like, but it's also, I mean I don't know, like I think I still like I feel like the anime kind of softens up on a little bit, like they kind of focus more on the cutesy stuff and less of the weird unsettlingness. They still have some of it, but like there's like a lot of like body horror stuff that they like pretty much have removed from the anime as far as I can tell, at least so far. But it's a fun show. Like it's fun. It's a really cool, different kind of love story. And
this one's actually on my Crunchyroll list.
Yeah, I think it's worth a peek because it's pretty different. Benny says looks interesting. It is. Um, yeah, I really like it. Like the manga's like one of my top 5 for manga, probably. Like I really enjoy it. Like it's a really, I really love like weird love stories. I like I like kind of novelty, like never seen that before kind of storytelling.
Yeah.
And this one's definitely got a lot of that where it's like, it's just really interesting because I don't because like Mina, I guess is the robot. She's a really fascinating character. Like Takuma is a pretty good main like, and all the characters are pretty likable. Like there's a lot of other characters in the show. Like there's a lot of different like pairings of like humans and robots and all the different like ways they all interact with each other. Because it's basically like the show kind of takes place like at the cusp of what is potential like, and that's kind of like a big thing in the show is like either robots are becoming self-aware or humans are just like are kind of like anthropomorphizing objects. It's kind of like that
Okay.
weird like it's like where is that line of like like is there self-awareness happening, is there not, like I don't know.
This is like breaking my mind for some
Yeah,
reason.
it's fun, it's cool. Chobits but
Hmm.
not as perverted. Maybe, I guess Chobits had a robot in it too. I never saw that one. It's definitely not like fan servicey. Like if anything, the show really loves to lean into the fact that like she is a robot, and so like it likes to kind of, I don't know what you'd call it, like misdirect things in terms of like it's like, oh, this would be a fan service moment, but wait, no, it's a robot. Like I don't know. It's fun. It's weird.
That just sounds really weird. I
It,
don't know.
it's
I kind of want to try it just to experience it.
yeah, it's, and I will say like I definitely I don't like the anime as much, but like it's still pretty accurate to the manga, so it's still a
Yeah.
decent way to experience it. Anyway, so yeah, this is like, I think I like this one the most so far this season, just because it is something it is already like a series like I'm familiar with and enjoy a lot. So I was
You
looking
haven't even
forward to this.
seen you haven't even seen Dangers of My Heart season 2.
I do need to watch season 2. I'm just worried that the dangers aren't going to be as dangerous. Like, what if there's not
Wait.
enough blood?
Oh my goodness.
You saw Futurama where you did within the Monroe bot episode. I forgot about the Monroe bot. I mean, it's not like, yeah, I mean, it's not like an entirely new concept. Like the idea of like humans and machines falling in love is kind of a trope that gets played on now and then, but I feel like this one does it in a pretty realistic way
Yeah.
in terms of like, I don't know. Because like it is odd and the world generally reacts appropriately to this guy being weird with his robot.
Is his
Anyway,
parents like what are you doing? I didn't.
it is like part of the fun part of the show is like because a lot of the characters like do react differently. I'm trying to remember how his parent like, because I think that's the other thing is like this, at least as far as I can tell, like I feel like this one season is gonna cover quite a few volumes of the manga, because the at least in the opening, like it does tease his parents, but I don't think they appear to like the third or fourth volume, like
Yeah.
in the manga. But
Hmm.
anyway, it's a weird show that I like.
Yeah, I'll try it out. It's on my list, so gonna
Yeah,
have to try it out. So
yeah, watch an episode or two, see what we think.
yeah, I'll get back to you.
It, out of all the weird shows I like, this is a relatively safe one. I think that I don't feel bad about recommending.
How far are you into free run, by the way?
I think we're like around episode 19 or 20.
Since you Didn't I say to you that
Hmm.
if you watched didn't I make it like a pact with you or something like that?
I thought
Or
because
was
you
that
watched
someone else?
Mashal, like wasn't that the? I thought because you watched Mashal, so I had to watch rerun. Or was there something else that
No,
came up?
no, I think there was something else. I think there was something else. I think it was like I had to watch Dangers of My Heart.
Oh no! But then you're really gonna hate it. You
I don't
might
know.
like it. I don't know. I guess it depends how strong your emo phase was in high school.
I did have an emo phase, but it was
How
pretty
many?
mild.
No, so no murder then. This could be off the record. If you,
Off the record,
you know,
I was like momentarily stunned by what you said.
just watch Absolute Boyfriend.
Oh my goodness.
But no, yeah. I mean, I don't know. If you're willing to try it, go for it. I'd say Dangers of My Heart is probably not one for everyone. I know I like it, probably unreasonably so, but
Yeah.
the heart wants what the heart wants. Sometimes the heart wants blood.
Wants blood and evilness. I don't
No,
know. We'll
it's
see.
it's fine. They probably deserved it.
We'll see. But yeah, I'll probably I'm gonna try and watch some more, and then maybe next time we could talk about some more, and I could be actually more talkative.
Yeah, sure. I mean, and I get like life gets busy and you kind of go through phases of things. I definitely had some seasons where I wasn't contributing in terms of talking, so I get it.
Yeah. Sadly, this is one for me. Like I've just haven't had the time to do too much of stuff like this, you know. But I'm hoping to get more time. So once I'm like moved out and everything, um, that's when everything will start to get better.
It sounds good. Yeah, I hope that works out too. So
Yeah, I already have a place in mind.
nice, nice.
It's just gonna getting the deposit together and getting some money together that I can have
Right,
as like a backup.
right. Yeah, that's definitely not a bad idea to have a little stockpile of savings.
Yeah.
Tune, I'm not
I
actually a serial killer. I
think
feel
you
like
are.
I should I want to very specifically say that I've not killed anyone recently. I want to make that very clear.
'Cause the key word was recently.
No, no, no. I don't. I
Just for
think you're
everyone, just
you're
for everyone's
reading.
knowledge, it was the key word was recently.
No, I think you're reading too much into those lines. Like you're trying to infer meaning where there probably wasn't any.
Uh-huh.
So look,
Right.
I can't deal with any more investigations. They take a lot of time.
Oh, more investigations? Oh, okay. Oh,
Anyway,
I
this has
did.
been yeah.
I did go over to Grayson's house the other day.
Oh, that's right. You saw my lair.
Yes, and I felt threatened, Hatun. I felt threatened.
Oh, look, they were
I I
happy little
walk I
pentagrams.
walked I walked in and I kind of like broke out into sweats.
I mean, to be fair, I think the entryway might be haunted. I don't know. I don't even know if I had mentioned it to you. Like the light that was right above the entry actually like fell on me. Like the first week we moved in, maybe the
Fell
first
on you.
month. Yeah, it like right as I like was walking inside from like taking out the trash, the light fixture just like fell off the ceiling onto me,
Yeah.
and the glass cracked, and I was just very sad. So you gotta watch out
He,
for walking in.
he has this big giant white table that's full of stuff.
Yeah, look, it's our planning table for schemes.
Yeah.
But I have, and to be fair, the table is too big. It takes up like a full like 9/10 of the room. It's it's a
And then
problem.
I saw like a hit list of everyone that's like that watches his streams.
Yeah. No, I spray paint all your names on the walls, so I can remember each of you in my heart. And I also put your IP addresses below each of those. But
Yeah.
Prince Sage as soon as you walk in. But no, it's a pretty normal place. I don't know. I feel like we keep the floor clean.
Yeah, it was a nice little small place.
Yeah, it's definitely it's an older little little nook, but
I was actually surprised. I remember I was looking at each of the houses going like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Then I had to just call you.
yeah, it's kind of tucked away.
Yeah.
The poor DoorDash guy has the same problem, I'm sure.
DoorDash guy. You
I
get
don't know.
DoorDash a lot?
Roommate does not a
Oh.
lot, but like on D&D days, like all three of them will separately order DoorDash, and so we get like three different guys trying to find it. Like last night or like last night, some guy was like standing like at the top of the stairs for like 5 minutes, like clearly unsure if he was at the right place, and so
You started doing your D&D again?
yeah, been doing D&D at least the last couple of weeks. We took a break for like a month there because everyone was like doing summer stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
back to doing D&D. It's pretty fun.
Cool. I'm glad you're back at it.
Yeah,
I wish I could do D&D, but it's just like so much time.
it is. It's a time
Yeah.
commitment, and we start at 11 now, which
11 p.m.
a.m.
a.m.
I was surprised too, but that was the majority vote from everyone
11
participating.
11 a.m.
One guy wanted to start at 9, and he was hard vetoed. But
Oh my goodness, 9 o'clock. I can't imagine
I think it's because like
getting
he
up.
had other stuff he wanted to do. But it was also like, and that's a pretty big ask of like four other people on a Saturday or a Sunday.
True. True.
Because most sessions are in the evening. I mean, we were doing like an afternoon session. Like we used to do it from like 2 to 5, or like maybe like 5:30. That was like that kind of made sense because like it's kind of like that after lunch before dinner kind of slot where people might be available on Sundays. But yeah, now that we're pushing it to the morning, so but it's still fun.
Hmm.
I've built a really fun character that I'm enjoying, so it's been good. I'm actually a useful character, unlike our previous game we did, Zaiga. I may
Yeah,
have made I may have made the most useless bard in the world for you.
I kind of wish we would have continued that. I
that
enjoyed my
was
character.
that was fun.
That
Like
was actually fun. I like the whole thing with your character going around and you were kind of this like sheltered like a what was it? Like a knight.
yeah, I was a town garb. Like I still lived with my parents at their bakery. Like I was like a
Yep.
really soft-hearted giant.
Yep, and the parents were so nice. They were like the nicest parents ever.
I was living in a completely different genre from the rest of you guys.
So I remember when my character went, we were trying to like gather some information, and we're like, and they were like feeding me like nice like pies and stuff, and I'm like, what is going on here?
Fun. I'm actually playing that same character for the new campaign because I liked him so much. I was like, I wanted to keep playing that guy. I only got to do it for like 3 sessions.
Yeah,
So that's he's been one of my favorite characters I've ever made. I think for a game.
yeah, it's cool.
But
Anyway, for next time, I'll be sure to do a bit more.
sounds good. yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, we don't. I mean, I know how hectic things are, so I guess we'll see when we can do the next step.
Yeah.
But we have 6 months to go, Zyga, till our next episode. Apparently, biannual podcast.
Oh yes. Well, since now I'm like working on like crafting and stuff in Final Fantasy, like I'll be able to do watch more anime. So
Cool. Yeah, if we're able to do that, that's sweet. Alrighty.
so yeah, I'll have time and I'll watch stuff.
Well, and I'll try to stay caught up. That's always I always fall behind on shows. My problem. Like I'll start like 7 and I watch from 1 to the end maybe. So
And give Free Ren a bigger chance. Okay,
I mean
she's an awesome character.
we'll finish it, and I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens towards the end if I care or not. But
No, they're just gonna drag you kicking and screaming.
they really are. Every week I'm like, we could watch something else though, and then Hatun like punches me through the microphone, which I don't even know how it's possible. But yeah. Anyway, anime is pretty cool and stuff. I suggest people go watch it when they feel like it.
Yeah, I wish we had more time. I'm really sorry. I think it was like me that has canceled this podcast so many times.
I mean, it's definitely been on my end a couple of times too. Like, life is wild, and I mean, and you were like freaking working like 80 hours a week or whatever nonsense for a little bit there. So, like,
Yeah, I had 2 jobs, and now that I have only one job, it's a lot easier. But
I mean,
even
I
then,
was like, you need time to like recover from that. Even like it can take weeks to like fully catch up on missed like downtime, like in terms of like recovering.
oh yeah, definitely.
So I hope you survive.
Me too. I hope I survive too.
So, all right, next time we meet, we'll talk about. I'll watch season 2 of Dangers in My Heart. You can watch season 1. We'll compare notes.
And and maybe we could what is it called? Um, because once I move out and get my apartment, I'm wanting to do like a curry night or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
So we could maybe do podcast curry night.
Well, that'd be fun. We can invite everyone here.
Yeah.
If you can make the trip, you can come have curry.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just gonna go
And
ahead and invite everyone to your house. Like, by the way.
here, and we could just record it and have fun.
Yeah, not like recording a podcast. We'll just like record us eating curry without any other context to the recording. It'll be good.
It'll be the annual roast of Grayson.
I guess actually, I guess G Silver actually could make it technically.
Oh yeah, that is
I forgot he was in the chat. He's probably invited.
Wow. Forgetting your chatters.
I don't know. I only look over there sometimes because mostly I just see things I don't want to see. G Silver actually says nice things mostly. Thank you, G Silver. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's enough for tonight. When's your next stream, Zyga?
Right now actually.
Cool. Right after this, I can raid you if you're gonna get
Yeah,
started.
yeah. Yeah, my
You're playing Zenless Zone Zero, right?
oh no, I quit Zenless Zone Zero.
Oh no.
Sadly, I quit it. It was because having more than one gotcha game is kind of rough.
No, yeah. It if you have a full-time job and you also want to whale a gotcha, that's pretty much your entire life just with those two things.
Yeah, and like I would try to play it on my phone. It was really hard to play on my phone, and because I couldn't really play on my phone, I kind of gave up.
That's fair. Well, maybe next time. But alrighty. Guess
Oh
on
yeah,
my
you
huh?
could
Yeah,
raid me. Raid my. Actually, never mind.
I'm gonna do it. My fingers on the button
I,
already.
I was pulling up a stream of that I'm probably gonna go watch.
What?
It's the
Can't
it's the
can't.
it's it's the guy that goes around Japan, the IRL guy that I
Oh,
really like.
Rob?
Yeah, Rob.
Or
He-
okay.
He's on his
He
alt account right now doing
he's pretty cool. He probably
he's
doesn't
so
allow raids though. He's probably too big for that.
yeah.
Most of them ban them after like a certain size. So,
What about
but
you? What are you doing the rest of the week?
rest of
What
the
will
week. Tomorrow is anime night. We're watching Stinky Elf Show and then Azumanga. So we're watching those. Then Friday is our final stream of Lies of P. We're gonna finish it. We're outside the doors of the final boss, and I'm reasonably sure I can beat one boss in 2 hours. Probably. And then Saturday is a mystery. Um, I think we're streaming on Saturday. That's like Smo's purview as far as what's going on there. And then Sunday we'll be playing more. Actually, I don't know if you've told you, but I've been playing Bow on Sundays since I've been taking a break from 14.
Bow.
It's a Metroidvania that just came out a few weeks ago. It's kind of stylized after Hollow Knight. I think you mentioned you didn't like that one, so you definitely would probably not be interested in Bow.
Um, I liked Hollow Knight when whenever I was fighting a boss.
That's fair. Yeah, I
I didn't
mean
like
Bow.
the traversal.
Yeah, and Bow's like maybe 2 bosses per area. The traversal's not too terribly tough. There's a couple of weird spots. Bosses are unfairly difficult on occasion, but I guess that's the point. It's pretty fun overall though, and it's got it's like a good like kind of Japanese theme going. So it's pretty fun.
All right, cool. Maybe I'll tune
So
in.
sure, if you're around. It says 4 streams max. Jesus,
Well,
no, I won't.
actually, I probably won't be able to tune in because I work during the time you stream.
Yes, that's why you always ignore me.
Yeah, it's literally like right during the time I stream.
That's pretty
I,
fair.
I work. I mean,
That's fine. You don't want to just like pull out your phone in the middle of your job and start watching a stream? Would
no,
they frown on that for some reason?
yeah, a lot of trouble for that. A lot of trouble.
What if you just like hacked like one of the terminal monitors and just like put it up there?
Oh my goodness.
Be fine, probably. People don't need to know when their
All
plane's arriving.
all right. Well, it's been fun.
Yeah. It's nice to be able to do these now and again just to be able to chat and hang out.
Yeah, sorry it's not as frequent as it should be.
I mean, I get it. It's life is chaos on occasion.
Yeah.
So I'm happy you're surviving. It's getting better, hopefully.
Yeah, it is getting better. It's getting a lot better.
That's good.
My room though, having so many boxes, and it's just increasing in boxes.
Got a
And I
fully
literally,
furnished apartment inside your room. Like, yeah.
it's a literally fully furnished apartment inside my room in boxes.
Oh no.
And I just ordered a couch. That's coming in like many boxes. It's oh my goodness.
You just sleep on top of some of the boxes, I guess.
Like luckily my mattress I bought is like rolled up and like uh so it doesn't take up that much room, but
That's good.
jeez.
I mean, when you mentioned that you were like already buying furniture, like I assumed like, oh, he must be renting a storage unit, right?
Nope.
Like in my head, I was like, that must be what he's doing.
I'll show you some pictures later.
So funny. Well,
Anyway.
right, cool. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out. Even the people who are rude, you're still welcome to come back, I guess. And so I guess Benji and G Silver And Smo was here, and Sandra. Also had Equine Empire, and Aeon. I think that's everyone. I think I said Smo, and yeah. I guess the tune was here at some point. Anyway, yeah. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you another time.
Yep. We will see you all later.
Bye bye.